as much as it's morphed over the 16 years to be the largest living history World War II D-Day themed event. You know, obviously with the watercraft and the airborne and all of the land maneuvers that we do, it's so exciting. It's become so organized and into the largest event. I mean, who knew 16 years ago a guy standing on the edge of a bluff looking down saying, huh, this bluff looks like Omaha Beach. Right. Wouldn't it be neat to do a little reenactment? And the next year, like maybe 40 people started. And the townsfolk kind of started hearing about it and gravitating down there and didn't really know what weekend it was going to be. And now it's just become an event that, I mean, they come from all over the world. We literally opened the registration on May 8th, and within a day and a half had 800 reenactors signed up, over 1,500 now. And it just, I mean, Carl and Pat live across the street. They get to see this whole thing turn into World War II in front of them.
Right.
Encampment.
Real exciting.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. It's amazing.
Right.
It's amazing. So it's been thrilling. And Pat gets involved with the World War II veterans, which last year we had 147 total that visited the site. And to hear 147 World War II veterans in one spot is amazing. And this year we're going to do a Legion of Honor medal ceremony at noon on Saturday. There will be 5 Legion of Honor medals awarded, and that is from the representative from France is coming in from Chicago to do that. One of the gentlemen had the chance to go to France and get his medal. He chose to come to Conneaut, Ohio at the D-Day reenactment and get his award here.
So where is he from?
One is from Pennsylvania. Art, do you know where he's?
Arden Earl is from near Erie.
From Erie. And then the other 4 are from the Cleveland area. The Ohio, there's 4 from Ohio and 1 from Pennsylvania. And actually, really, the reenactors, they take their time, their money, their equipment, their gas, and their vacation time from work, and they come here for this event. So before they get here, I mean, think about taking a golf trip to Myrtle Beach or something. You know, how much does it cost you to do that? That's how much they spend before they come here. So when we give them the field kitchen, we give them, you know, rations. We pay for that. We pay for their spaghetti dinner on Saturday night to thank them for coming. We have the USO style dance on Saturday night. They're allowed in for free. That's our way of saying thank you for them coming here if they didn't come here. But this year we have a really unique way of saying thank you. We can say thank you back to them, and that's to send a letter or a thank you card or something to the reenactors. You can write any soldier, D-Day reenactment, care of the Conneaut Post Office at 268 State Street, Conneaut, and do that before the reenactment, from now until the reenactment, and they're going to do mail call. And so the soldiers are going to get some letters from home or whatever. And wouldn't it be nice for everyone in town to send, hey, thanks for coming. You know, us business people, thanks for helping us out here. This weekend means a lot to Conneaut. It's not only, you know, as a business person, it means a lot to our businesses, and it's great for the community. But the pride to have an event this large and invoke that kind of pride in our town, and as you talk to people when you go to the event, they always talk about how friendly everybody is to them. They talk about how welcoming we are. We do. We throw out the red carpet for them, and for good reason, because this is an event that, I mean, it's not, you know, it's not a drug fest. It's not a whatever, you know. It doesn't matter what the event isn't. It matters that this one evokes such pride of being an American, of understanding what people sacrificed for our freedom. And when you see Boy Scouts and 3 and 4 generations of families that come here, and grandpas explaining to the little children what those items are, why they wore hard hat helmets. I mean, a child doesn't understand. What's that helmet for? You know, what is this for? What's that for?
They might know about a bicycle helmet.
Right, exactly. You know, but you get to touch the tanks. You get to ride on the boats Thursday, Friday, and Saturday morning, we're offering rides on the boats for donations. You know, for the liability, we don't want to charge. So for donations, you can ride on the boats, the Higgins boats, the docks, whatever's down there on the beach. You know, sign up, take a ride, and you know, you're on that, you're feeling that, you're in that same boat that World War II soldiers were in. And we try to change it up so that people who come every year do get something new. New this year will be a Stewart tank. It's coming from the Pittsburgh area. It's a smaller tank than the Sherman tank. The Sherman tank will not be there. Last year, if you weren't there, we had an 88 cannon. You might have heard it if you were uptown. It was really loud. You probably think that any sleep if you were trying to take a nap. That was really loud, and that's going to be there again this year. And because they were there, there's another cannon that wants to come. So there'll be a lot of firepower. We are working on a new item in the skies. We're looking to put the B-17 up. We had a B-25. We're looking for a B-17 as well. It's scheduled to come, but they are old planes and things can happen. But we're looking for that, so that they will have aerial on Friday and Saturday. We're also adding more on Friday. We had a battle last year, I think at 4 o'clock on Friday. We're adding a battle at 1 o'clock. The Commonwealth came last year. That was new. And so the Commonwealth come over from Canada, and they do a phenomenal job. They set up an entire area where it's very uniform looking. They have the pyramid tents, and because they came in such force and they had so many of them, they organized their own beach landing last year. So we literally had 2 simultaneous beach landings. It was phenomenal. It dispersed the crowd. You got better views. This year, they wanted to add a battle as well because, you know, as long as they're here, let's do a battle. So they added a 1 o'clock battle on Friday. So that's it. Friday's getting as jam-packed as we had Saturday before. So Saturday's out of control and Friday's packed. And so from start to finish, 9 to 5, we've got it going on. And then also Thursday night, we have the movie in the park, and it's going to be Sahara, which is a Humphrey Bogart period piece.
Yes.
And that's free to the public. The library comes down, sets up the movie screen, and just come down to the park and sit there and enjoy the movie. Because we made it so easy, more and more want to come because it's easy. They don't have to mail in a letter or whatever. So the Germans are expanding their camp. They will be in different areas of the Conneaut Township Park. And if you were there last year, you know we got rained on a few times during the week, and literally the access camp was rained out. They were just underwater, and so we had to scurry and move them and get things changed. This year we anticipated. In 16 years we didn't have that kind of problem, but now we're reacting to it. So they will be on the upper bluff. The upper pavilion area near the gazebo. They will be, when you come in to Gibson Way there, they will be up there on that bluff. So
they'll also be down below.
And there will also be some down below for some look and some feel. And there's also going to be another group that's going to be along Kelsey's Run on the north side of the playground. So they're going to be here, there, and everywhere, but the main camp will be on the upper pavilion area. So a lot of people forget that area of the park when they're walking through. We will have shuttles, we will have golf carts and shuttle stops taking them up there. But for the main part, to see the access, you do want to go up to the upper pavilion area. And for those coming into the park, walking from that end of the park, stop there first. And then that walk down the hill is a little easier. We used to have vendors and parking in the area where the British are staying now. We've gotten to the point where there are no modern vehicles allowed to be parked on site because it's important to get the reenactors in there and camping. But still, maxed out, and there are some are camping wherever they're finding room in the Conneaut area. Yeah. Yeah, and some are staying not in Conneaut because they ran out of room.
Right.
But we've had the Fish and Game Club called and said they've got some primitive sites for us available. I mean, people are being very nice about calling in and letting us know where there is a site or where there's things that they know that could possibly help us out, and that's vital information. We're going to have flamethrowers this year.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to that because I actually never saw the reenactment with flamethrowers. They've been here maybe 10 years ago, maybe longer. I'm not sure. But last minute, we had to find a place for them. And a citizen stepped up and said, I've got this little spot. I think they'll be fine if they don't mind. Here's a place right at his house. And I said, oh, that's wonderful. I mean, opening your doors and letting, that's what the Robothams do. They open their doors and people stay in their homes that wouldn't have otherwise come to entertain us.
Because you're right across the street.
Right across the street.
That's right.
Yeah.
So how's your life changed during that week, you two?
No, it's not much sleep.
Carl had to retire to help us out here.
It's very exciting though. We have something like 44 cars that park in our yard every year.
Wow.
Photographers.
But yeah, I've already put my name
Put your
in.
name.
We have Janelle staying with us. She plays Lana Turner.
Okay, yes, I interviewed her last year.
She's been with us
Several years.
Yeah, 4 years now, and
Yeah.
Your eyes held a tender light, and stars fell on Alabama last night.
Cute story about Janelle. She comes from, I can't remember what area.
Chattanooga.
Chattanooga. Okay. She comes from Chattanooga, and while she was here, met her future husband. He was a reenactor. Yeah.
They got married last fall.
And you went.
No,
Oh, you didn't
we got
go,
an invitation.
You got an invitation. Okay. Got an invitation to her
They
wedding.
they live in St. Louis now.
See. But she met a reenactor here, and
Yeah.
yeah. And then we have the USO style dance on Saturday night.
Right. That's at the American Legion?
That is not at the American Legion this year. The American Legion has been phenomenal for us. They've been wonderful and always worked with us. They have a venue, bar none. It's a 1940s venue. I mean, it is gorgeous. We have actually outgrown it. If we could have put tents outside and morphed into 2 areas, it would have worked for us. We were unable to do that, so we had to find a venue that was larger. So we're now at the Human Resource Center, and we're adding tents to that. So as big as the Human Resource Center is, it's still not big enough, and we're putting an outside area. We're putting a couple tents up, and we're putting a large seating area, even in standing area for outside, like for instance, somebody just wants to go out and get some air and stand around. They can do that and make it all one area still on the property. It'll all be cordoned off, and they're gonna enjoy their beer after the event. It's a hot day, I'll tell you, in those wool uniforms, it's crazy.
Oh, man,
yeah. And we always make this joke about the reenactors. They all want to get on those boats, and they want to land, and they want to defend America, and they want to get down on it. And as soon as they hit the sand with those heavy gear that they're carrying, the heavy uniforms, and if it's wet, they're weighed down, and they're all of 150 pounds, and then you add 150 pounds to them, and they hit that sand, and they try to run. Wow. And all of a sudden they take a hit and say, I'm dead. We have 18 school buses running for D-Day weekend.
And how many parking lots do you have?
We have 4 parking lots. We have backup parking lots if needed, but we have 4 parking lots on Saturday. It is at the end of Lake Road at Day Street, right into the parking lot. There is the World War II handicap lot. The Gateway Plaza at the corner of Route 7 and I.
Oh yeah, they were parked.
They were
both areas around the stores.
Yeah. Thanks to the wonderful people who did the parking there. Lou and Judy Shiley headed that up and spent all day working there, lining people up. And they were everywhere. And actually across the street, if we have to, now with New Leaf Church there, they have some parking as well. and they're Saturday night they're going to have a dinner there, and it's going to be a buffet style dinner, chicken and coleslaw, and just got a barbecue chicken, just got a nice dinner, and so anyone parking coming into town, it would behoove them to park there and have their parking spot right there, but they can come across the street from Gateway there too as well. The other parking lots that we have on Saturday is the CW lot at the corner of Parish and Route 20. Right there, they were very generous to donate us last year their lot. We weren't sure how many people would come from that area, but there were a lot of cars there. It ended up being a lot of cars. And then on Saturday we have the high school and Southeast, and that's always nice because it's a nice paved area, striped, line striped and everything. So a lot of people find that one as well. We have plenty of directional signs out. A lot of people want to continue to come on and park wherever on the side streets. That's fine. I understand people open their lawns and let people park. Some people charge people to park. Whatever. If you charge people to park, hey, can you donate a little bit to D-Day? Because that's how you made your money.
Right.
That would be nice. It's free. The parking is free. The shuttle is free. Technically, the boat rides are free because they're by donation. To put on an event this size and have it for free. If you haven't been there, you are missing something. But if you've been there, we hope that you give generously because we cannot continue to do this without those donations.
I was going to ask about that because Pat has the donation thing there.
Yes.
So how does that? So do you go around, Pat, at the thing and get donations, or?
I don't, some people do. I will be in charge of issuing the buckets
Okay.
and collecting them this year.
Do you get much response?
Yes.
Yes, we do. We do. And over the last few years, the percentage has gone up quite extensively on site. The fear that we always worry, that what we worry about is if the weather's really bad and people don't visit, the reenactors will still come. The reenactment happens rain or shine, just like D-Day. It's going to happen. They came all this way, they're going to put on their event. But how many visitors are going to come if it's snowing? Anything can happen in Pontiac. But what if it happened? What if it's a deluge of downpour? How many visitors are going to come? That week, several business people have told me, Lori, I get Valentine's Day and I get New Year's Eve, and that's all I really got my hits in the business, in the restaurant business, for instance. Now we wait for D-Day weekend. D-Day week is phenomenal, and that's what I want it to be, the entire week.
And your biscottis, I imagine, is
crazy. And they're completely immersed in history and education. And you can't go to a school and see this. You can't go to there's a World War II museum in New Orleans. I haven't been there. I hear it's phenomenal, but you can't walk it and talk it and live it like you can here. You can talk to the reenactors. They invite you to ask them questions. How phenomenal. And if you don't have time, write them a letter and let's start a pen pal program with some of them and ask them, why are they reenactors? Or send them a letter as they are World War II characters. A lot of them are depicting their families, or they're depicting a soldier, a general, or somebody in particular that was a famous, like Lana Turner. Why did she choose to do that? What in the world possessed her? She wasn't around then. Was it a family connection? Was it just talent and she decided to utilize it in this way? I don't know. Let's find out. How phenomenal.